guys, so as promised we are going to do a Q&A video. So we have all the questions pulled up on Donnie's phone and we're just going to go ahead and go through and answer all the questions. For those of you who don't know, Donnie is my boyfriend and we got a lot of questions about our relationship, so that's all I'm going to say. You'll find out more about us throughout this video.
HP and the Charm says, what is your favorite color? Any advice for looking at colleges?
My favorite color is probably, I think to wear at this point is white or black, so that's not very exciting, but I think my favorite color in general is probably purple. What's your favorite color?
I don't know if I really have a favorite color, but I think the default answer is blue. So, any advice for looking at colleges? I think probably the most important piece of advice I have to give is that you should apply to lots of colleges, especially if you're trying to get into a top school, just because it's so competitive these days that you can't really count on getting into any one given place, and that you can just kind of throw out a lot of applications and then visit after you've gotten in and make a final choice then, rather than trying to visit, then weeding out potential choices and then maybe not even getting into the places that you narrowed it down to.
I definitely agree. I think that when I was going through, I had the mentality of I only want to apply to schools that I know that I really like and that I know I'd be really happy at. But I think that especially when you're looking at top universities, they're all really great schools. They all have great campuses. They all have great facilities. And so if you get your heart set on one school and then you don't get in, it's really hard to kind of change up your thinking. Whereas the way he applied was just really looking at where he would get a really good education, and then he made a decision after that, and I think it worked out better for him than it did for me. And then the second time around when I transferred, I had that mentality and I'm so happy where I ended up. So I think that, yeah, that's good advice.
Alright. Ella Kelsey says, why did you start making YouTube videos?
That one's for me. I think I started making YouTube videos just because I really liked watching YouTube videos, and I think that I just wanted to have a bigger role in the YouTube community than I did just as a viewer. And so it just started out as something that I really just did for fun my freshman year of high school, and now here I am still doing it. So still the same reasons as before, just because it's a lot of fun.
Sumbul Yusuf says, how tall are you and how much do you weigh? How do you stay so fit?
Should we both answer this question?
Sure.
Okay, I'm 5'4". And I'm 105 pounds, but I'm working on gaining weight. I don't think I talked about this on my YouTube that much, but I'm really working on gaining muscle and a bit of fat because I've always been very skinny and I want to increase my muscle and be stronger. So yeah, that's a tentative weight, but we're working on increasing it.
And I'm about 6 foot and 195 pounds.
So yeah, I don't know, how do I stay fit? I don't think I'm actually that fit. I think it's really easy to look at someone on YouTube and say, oh, you look so fit, you look so in shape, but I'm definitely working on it. I'm getting on a more consistent gym schedule, and once I'm kind of have a better routine down, I'm definitely going to do some videos because I think that workout routines and stuff are a lot of fun, but I definitely wouldn't say that I have a really good routine right now. What about you?
I
think you have a better answer to this.
Yeah.
This is like
it's when I'm doing well. I typically go to the gym 6 days a week, but been kind of more lax about it for the last year or so, just because I've been pretty busy with school and stuff. Shay G asks, have you moved back to California yet?
No, we're still in Chicago. We both have to finish up our senior years of school and we'll be graduating in June, and then we'll be moving back to California after that. But for now we're still in Chicago.
Yeah, Forever and Always 25 asks, advice for getting into a top tier college. Well, I guess in general, just the starting points would be, having a really good GPA and high SAT or ACT scores. I guess that's kind of a requirement starting point, and then
exactly.
Beyond that, just being at the top of some sort of sport or academic field, or something unique like that you can write about and your applications or have awards from that you can show to the college.
I think all of those things really help, and if you don't, then I think it's time to figure out something you're really passionate about and then just try to write really good essays that can kind of demonstrate to the college what sets you apart from your peers, because I think that's what gets you into schools, is having, everyone coming into these top schools is going to have the really good grades, the really good test scores, so then it's just about setting yourself apart in whatever you do outside of school, that, if you don't have anything necessarily tangible to say, like an award that sets you apart. Just your passion and what it is that's motivating you to do that and to stick with it, I think, is something that you can use to your advantage.
Jet Fox asks, what is your most important advice for internships, career fairs, and interviews?
I think my biggest tip is to be confident and have done your research. And I think that if you are well-spoken and you know a lot about the company that you're applying to, or the company that you're talking to at a career fair, and you're able to demonstrate that you know a lot about them and be confident in yourself, then I think that's kind of my best advice. What about you?
I think also specifically for internships and career fairs, just having a solid resume to begin with is pretty important. Just making sure that's well formatted, uniform throughout, not having any typos. That's really important because it just shows attention to detail and care for the position you're applying to. So I think that's important and could help you stand out, especially at a career fair, especially if it's kind of early on in your college career and maybe you don't have a lot of concrete internship experience. Just showing that you have the ability to make a good resume could make a pretty good impression.
Definitely.
Right. Emma Payne asks, what have been your favorite fashion trends lately?
Let's see, favorite fashion trends. This is kind of back in this like spring and summer seasons, but I even saw it a bit in fall. I really like the off the shoulder, and I like the kind of bigger sleeves. I have one top that has both of these. It was in my Thanksgiving outfit videos, but I really like those two trends. I don't know, I haven't really been following winter trends. I feel like there's never as strong of trends in the winter, so I don't know that I have a good answer for that. But I'm really looking forward to the spring and summer fashion to come out and to see what they keep doing with the kind of bigger sleeves and the kind of ruffles that have been on trend recently, because I like how feminine and pretty they are. What about you?
I'm not sure I'm qualified to answer that question. Alright. What are you majoring in for university? Asked by M. Laura.
We're both econ majors. And that's it. No minors or anything.
Cute Christina asks, what are your tips for applying to colleges? I think we kind of covered it, but in terms of selecting colleges that you're going to apply for, I think the starting point would be figuring out kind of what you're interested in. So, I mean, you'll have some time to figure it out in college, but ideally it would be helpful to kind of know what you're going to be majoring in, so then you can pick the colleges that have the best departments for that. And then once you've kind of figured that out, then you can kind of compare yourself against the college's general admitted pool, just in terms of your grades and test scores and things like that, and see if you can meet those criteria and apply to the schools that you think you'll be able to get into.
Yeah, I agree.
Chloe Plus Life asks, how long have you and Donnie known each other?
We've known each other for about 9 years. We technically have known each other since 7th grade, but we didn't really get to know each other until 12th grade, so like 4 years.
Jennifer Bennett asks, advice on staying motivated in college.
I'm going to do a whole video about this. It's been on my list of things to do, but I think my biggest advice is to be on a good sleep schedule and then make to-do lists. I think that when I'm on a good sleep schedule and I'm going to bed at the same time every night and getting up the same time every morning, it's a lot easier for me, or I guess for my body, just to want to wake up early. And I feel like that's the biggest hindrance to motivation, at least for me, is just sleeping in too late, especially if I don't have early classes. And then I really like making my to-do lists and getting, everything that I feel like I have to get done in a day or in a week on the list, and then being able to cross things out. It's super satisfying, and it keeps me on track and remembering what things I have to do. What about you?
I think in terms of your state of mind, just having concrete future goals that you're hoping to attain, and trying to figure out, trying to attribute a reason for the work that you're doing in college is definitely important. So if you're trying to get into a competitive job or grad school, or whatever it is you want to do afterwards, just keeping that in mind when you're doing the work is, I think, important.
Yeah.
Lady in Oxo asks, what are your and Donnie's goals individually and as a couple after graduation?
That's a good question. I think my, at least, individual goal is to do well at my job out of college, and then hopefully in the near future, be able to travel and be able to spend the money that we're making to do fun things and just be able to kind of enjoy life. And I'm excited just to be out of college and not have to do work every day and have exams to worry about, and be able to come home from work and actually enjoy our time together and be able to do fun stuff. What about you?
Yeah, I think for me also, my goal would be to just do well at my job and, you know, either try to move up where I'm going to be working, or, you know, move into private equity or venture capital afterwards, after a few years, and then also just, you know, figuring out something to do to enjoy our free time. Maybe playing a lot of tennis. I used to play a lot of tennis in high school, and it's something that we'll probably get into a lot more after we graduate.
Yeah, I think that'll be fun. I think our individual goals and couples goals kind of meshed at this point.
Are you and Donnie going to live together? What is the one thing that you miss about Chicago? Asked by Jamie Brook 30.
Yes, we're going to live together. I'm so excited for that. We're looking at places in San Francisco right now, so definitely when we move into our apartment, there will be an apartment tour. But what are we going to miss about Chicago? Because we are still in Chicago. I don't know. I would say I'm going to miss the snow, but it hasn't snowed, so I can't even miss that at this point. I don't know what I'm going to miss about Chicago. I really like the downtown area, but we're going to be in San Francisco, and so that's a downtown area too. Do you have anything you're going to miss? Not really. We're so excited to graduate and get back to California. Can't even hide it.
Maybe cheap all-you-can-eat sushi.
There's some stellar cheap all-you-can-eat sushi. And I'll miss my friends at Northwestern, especially because a lot of them are juniors, so they'll be still in school.
I think a lot of my friends are coming to the Bay Area.
I know.
Also,
you got it made.
after graduation. So, Clarenza Ligza asks, oral or anal? Well, I like to take pills orally rather than as a suppository, even though they'd be absorbed faster, because I think that's what I was raised doing.
Alright, so those are all of your guys' questions. Thank you so much for submitting them. We are going to go ahead and go now, but I'm going to be back on a normal upload schedule starting beginning of February, so it's going to be every Saturday from now on. I got excited, I missed uploading, so I'm uploading this on a Saturday, and that's going to kick us off, and next week I will have a video up on Saturday, and we will keep going from there on out. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed, and you can click the little bell icon to get notified, since I know that YouTube subscriptions have been a little bit wonky. If you want to make sure you're getting those notifications, hit the bell button. And other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys. You want to say bye? Bye guys.